Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Well, here we go. Here's the results of this comparison. We had the Nikon F4 with the Delta 100 in there, and we had the D500, which right now is upstairs, all hooked up to the computer. So just to tell you everything that's gone on here, the D500 was put in JPEG fine, monochrome, black and white. That's it. Nothing else. The F4 with the 50 1.8 D lens was put on f5.6, set at box speed 100, and use the SolidGore light meter after that. So both of these cameras were set the exact same shutter speed, the same f-stop, the same, everything the same. So there was no adjusting or anything like that. I just took the reading with the spot meter, and both of them were set exactly the same. I would have to say that the F4 with the Delta 100 had a disadvantage simply because when I take the photos of the negatives, they're done back on the D500, and this time I did not use RAW. This time I left the D500 thinking that it was probably a good idea. Just, I tried to keep everything as equal as possible, so I left the D500 on JPEG fine. That's it. There's nothing else. Just JPEG fine, and still the black and white, what it was set to, the monochrome. And this is my setup that I take the photos of my negatives, because I don't have the 400 lens that they want you to have with this system. I had to make a pipe to extend it, so it comes a little bit off. It's still a little bit too long, but to tell you the truth, this is just a piece of crap anyways. Don't spend your money on this. If you have already, well, that's fine, but you struggle to get the negatives inside this thing, like it's just horrible. It doesn't stay closed after a while. Then you're sliding them in there and things, and then I had to make an extended pipe, or I had to go buy another $400 lens, and this cost over $200 to begin with, and it does not hold your film flat. If you've already got the lens and that's fine, but Sean Tucker has a video on how he digitizes his negatives. He uses a light table and made out of a sheet of glass himself, a rig that he slides his film through with a tripod that overhangs on his camera. He doesn't have to readjust. So with this, here's another disadvantage that the film has. This pipe is a little bit too long, so I'm cropping 1/3 off the image as it goes into the computer. So the images are going to be a different size. There's going to totally a different sizing. Just to let you know ahead of time here what's going on. So once we get into Lightroom, of course I have to reverse everything for this. And the same, they were just JPEGs going into Lightroom. I found with the D500 that it was overexposing, being the exact same setting as this right here. Overexposing, holy smokes! Like I had to bring it down one stop. That's one thing I did in Lightroom when I put the JPEGs from the D500 into Lightroom. I had to drop them down one stop at least. It was just way over, and there's nothing wrong with that camera. It shoots the exact same settings as my D300 and everything. That's just the difference between the digital and film. So yeah, I don't know. It's so I'll let you decide. I've talked long enough. I just wanted to explain to you how all this went, in case everybody's going to start saying, well, did you do this and did you do that? I tried to make it as fair as I possibly could. It was a real eye-opener. I think if the D500, if you were shooting in RAW and you were using the histogram on the back and everything, you definitely could come out with some very beautiful black and white photos that you could post-process quite easily because RAW files, right? So, but that's not what this was. This was a comparison head-to-head using the Solidor light digital light meter, exact settings all the way through. That's what this was. So now that we got all that explained and clear, I really feel that the F4 with the Delta 100 had a total disadvantage all the way through this. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna, when I leave from here, you're going to be going into my outdoor video where I do the little video outdoors to show you what the conditions we were in, and then we go right into the photos, and there's over 60 of them. So let's get on with it. Here we go. I've always wanted to say this. Cue Dave. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, Photography Adventures with Dave Rusk. Here we are in the Palm, Manitoba. We're doing a digital and we're using the D500 with a 35mm lens, and we're using the F4 with a 50mm 1.8D and the 1.8G FX lens on the D500. So what's happening here is we've got the D500 set in JPEG fine monochrome, which means no going back, black and white only. There'll be no we're not going to be doing any post-processing on the photos from there. Of course we will have to with the film that we're using, which is a Delta 100, Ilford Delta 100 in the Nikon F4. So what's happening here is Derek Crook made a suggestion to see the comparison between the two. And this is a comparison. This is not a shootout. In no way is this a shootout. This is a comparison. I really don't do shootouts because it's kind of hard because nothing is ever really the same. So the sun is peeking through this overcast. We're getting lots of light. We're shooting, both cameras are shooting at f6. Currently we're at 500. The Solidor meter is adjusting us to 500. So it's pretty bright. So good thing we put the 100 in the F4. So yeah, so ISO 100. There's no processing coming out of the digital camera, and I have a funny feeling that we're going to see some of these snow highlights being blown out, where in the film we're not going to. I think we're going to see a difference there. But very interesting. Very good suggestion. Very good suggestion, Derek. It's like, thank you so much. I would have never thought that this would happen, but you know, wonderful suggestion. So here we go. I'm going to be showing you the results. I hope you like them. Hang in there. Another adventure in the books. Woo!
Oh, Susanna, don't cry for me. We had some good years, so let me be. The world goes on, I sang my song. I gave my own true love for you to see. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry. Hold the tears back and dry your eyes. What's this life without a sweet goodbye? And though it's over, take this letter for when the nights grow colder. And gentle hearts, the time has come to part. The jig is up now, so lay me down. So when the world gets dark, know I loved you from the start. Listen to the words I sang to you. The son of America, a Pennsylvania child. They say the day I was born was the 4th day of July. My mother's love and my father's pride. But the hard times would come again. Out on the Bowery was the very end. Dear friends and gentle hearts, the time has come to part. The jig is up now, so lay me down. So when the world gets dark, know I loved you from the start. Listen to the words I sang to you. Never been to Alabama, never seen Louisiana, never lived in old Kentucky. I ain't never been so lucky. Song about the Southland from a Yankee Doodle dandy man. That's America, America. Oh, Susanna, don't cry for me. Read this letter and take the time you need. Dear friends and gentle hearts, the time has come to part.